welcome, Christy Ruffner here, and today we're going to do our second case study video. This is the second week of me going in and following my robot's progress. I've actually had access to the robot since the end of March, and so I'm going to show you some screenshots from when I first started the robot and progressively through this first, say about 2 weeks of actually having the robots in action. And I've made some decisions about how I want to proceed. I'm going to set up a couple of more robots, and I might go through the process of setting those up with you to show you how simple and easy you could be up and running with one of these robots, making you money as well. So let's start out by going to my browser and signing in to my account, my Zukul account, showing you how easy it is to actually get into the robot. I actually have a tab set up in my browser where I can just open the robot up without having to go through signing in and everything, but it's really a very easy process. I just go to the products library, click on Zukul Trading, and that takes me directly back into Zukul Trade where the robot is. And so all I need to do now is click on the dashboard tab here across the top, and you'll see my three original robots that I set up. The first one March 30th, the second one April 2nd, and the third one April 3rd. The first two robots trading BTC and USD, and the third robot trading Ethereum and USD. And you can see here that the Ethereum robot has caught up to my initial robot with the BTC. So the market has really been sort of depressed the last couple of weeks. There hasn't been a lot of up and down motion. So it's really incredible that I've seen this much growth in these robots. Just the three, I essentially got $300 working in the robots. And I want to get up to where I'm trading $1,000. So that is, I can actually trade up to $1,500 at the level that I'm at. But right now I just have $1,000 that I have earmarked for trading with this robot. So my goal is to gradually put robots in action and hopefully fine-tune the process to where I'm making the most of the robots. So it is something that you really need to take the time. I know everybody wants to rush into these things and, you know, get their money working for them, but it's really important to take the time to set robots up systematically, get a feel for what settings are going to work the best. A lot of it depends on which cryptocurrency you want to trade, how much money you have to trade with. If you trade with too small of an amount, then you really are tying the hands of the robot. It doesn't have the liquidity to be able to open and close trades for you, and so you tend to see the robot get stuck. So take the time to set up individual robots, little bits at a time, go through the training, go through spend some time in our Telegram group, our Facebook group, really take a look at what the history is behind what people are doing with their robots, so that you have something to work with, some knowledge to work with, and take it one small step at a time. Don't jump in with both feet right to start off, because then you sort of feel hogtied if you don't get everything set up the way you need to in order for your robots to be able to move. So let's start out by taking a quick look at where I started with the robot, and I'm going to pull up some screenshots that I took. So if you notice down here in this corner, this is a date. I took this screenshot April 3rd, and this is where my bots were starting on April 3rd. This first bot had been set up since the 30th, and it was already at 3.3%. And that's an overall ROI. So that's 3.3% of my $100. So inside of this robot, there are numerous trades that are being opened and closed, bought and sold. And the overall percentage over all of those trades is bringing me back 3.3%. And I have the robot set up to make me at least 25% on that $100 before that robot will close and release the money back into my account, and I can open up another robot. Now, I can have as many robots as I want, depending on the amount of money that I have to trade with, the size of account that I have purchased into. So there's a lot of things that go into setting up these robots, and how many you can have and how big of the lots that you're trading with. That's all something that you can go in and set up at the time that you set up your robot. So this second one was set up on April 2nd, and it at that time was trading at 0.9% of the $100, and then the Ether bot was set up on the 3rd, the day that I actually took this screenshot, and was making me 0.3%. Okay, so the next screenshot I have was taken on the 5th of April, and you can see that I've already started to grow, at least in the first and the last robot. And the next screenshot was taken on the 10th, and so you can see that the bots are definitely making some headway. And the last screenshots I took were today, and this one actually goes into the details of the first robot that I set up on the 30th of March. So these are just the last few days of the bot's performance that I have in this screenshot. Overall, all the trades, let's see, I have, I think there were a total of, I've got that figure here somewhere. Let me see if I can find where I put it. Okay, where did I put it? I think it was like 23 trades altogether. Not finding it. 23 trades altogether. That averaged out to 1.75% per trade that this bot is making me on the Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin really has not been seeing a lot of action. So the bots are struggling with keeping trades going because the percentage that I want to make on each trade limits the bot as to when it can sell. And this last one is the total, all of the bots that I have running, showing the difference between where I started, which was all the way back here, with this screenshot. So I started here, and this is where I'm at today. Okay, so the Ethereum bot is definitely catching up with the BTC. So probably the next thing that I want to do is set up another Ethereum bot, and then I want to set up a Litecoin as well, because I see a lot of people in the group that are having great success with the Litecoin. So a little bit more movement in both of those arenas, and so that's probably what I will end up doing. Now, back to my trading bot. you can see here, if I go into the individual bots, the first thing that you have is the graph that shows you exactly what Bitcoin is doing with the value of the dollar. And right now I have 5 lots that are currently trading, that are open. And these are all the trades that have already closed and that have made me money. Now, the percentage that I have set up on this bot that I want each trade to make as a minimum is 1.25%. So this bot can't close a trade before it makes at least 1.25% on the trade. And you can see that each trade has made more than that. The bot doesn't stop at your minimum. It continues to try to make you more return on your investment with each trade that it's making. So that's where I get the 1.75% on average. So let's go back to the second bot, and we'll take a look at it. Now it is set up to make 2%. It has currently 6 trades, a couple of them that were put into motion the 3rd of April. So these are all old trades. They haven't been able to sell because it can't make that 2% minimum that I have set this bot up for. So you'll see that all of my earnings over here are over that 2% minimum, but there's fewer trades. And this bot is just a couple of days older than the first one that I set up. So it's not a time factor. It's definitely a percentage factor, because I told the bot that I didn't want it to sell any trades until it can make me at least 2% on that trade. And so it limits the bot being able to make a sell. So then we go to the Ether, and you will see that the Ether has 2 trades that are currently active, both of them within the last couple of days. And you'll see that there's much more activity in here as well, as far as how many trades have been bought and sold. And again, now this bot, the minimal percentage that I set it up at was 1.5%. So just that 5% difference, that 0.5% difference really makes a lot of difference when your bot has the ability to buy and sell. So this is what I mean by really taking the time to study what other people are doing, study what the market's doing, try to get a feel. You don't have to be a trader. I'm definitely not. I would not classify myself as a trader. I have tried a bit of trading. I've done some classes. I've learned a little bit about the basics, but as a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I decided that I wanted to try an Autobot, because I really don't have the time or the patience to sit in front of a screen and watch the price of cryptocurrency bounce up and down and try to make the decision of when it's best to buy and when it's best to sell. Emotionally, it's very hard to put yourself in that position as well. You need to have a very special personality to be able to do that. And so the Autobot is really, really the answer for me to be able to do this and make a passive income. So that's it. I think that right now I'm going to go ahead and create a new bot. You simply do that by clicking on this green button here where it says Add, and it opens up your trading bot control. We now have 2 different exchanges that we can use. I'm in GDAX, and the CXIO is available for pretty much the rest of the world. There's quite a few states in the United States that that this exchange will not work with. My state is one of them, and it's because of the state. It's not because of the exchange. So I'm just happy that GDAX is one that I can work with, and they'll be adding more exchanges in here as we go along. It's a process. We're still in what they call a pre-launch. We're not ready to really launch this yet. They've still got more work to do with the website. They're putting up a completely new design on the website, and of course more exchanges to have in here as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and select GDAX. I've already set up a robot, so I've got my API key, and I can go ahead and import that from my other bot, and that I've got all of my bots in here. They're all set up with the same information, so it really doesn't matter. Just click on import your key and then log into Exchange, and that opens up setting up your bot. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to select what pair I want to trade. So I can do Bitcoin Cash, I can do Bitcoin, I can do Ethereum, and I can do Litecoin, all with USD. And I think I want to start with my next bot being Litecoin. And I have $711 to trade with, but I want to keep these bots right now at $100. So I'm just going to select the $100, and the default is 7 lots, so it's going to take that $100 and split it up into 7 parts. And that seems to be working pretty well with the Ethereum. I do believe that that's what I've got the Ethereum set up with. This one's set with 987, yes. So I think I'll go ahead and leave that at 7 lots, and each lot will be $14.29. So I'll have $14.29 that I can purchase Litecoin with and open a trade. Now the minimum earning that I'm going to set here is going to be a percentage, and I have to figure that out for myself. So I've got the Ethereum set at 1.5%, and I think that that's a good percentage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that $14.29, and I'm going to figure out what 1.25, no, I didn't say 1.25, so 14.29 times 1.5% equals 21 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and put 0.21, and then the ROI, this slider here, is for this overall ROI. And so what I think I'll do is I think I'll set this up here at 10%. Once the robot makes me 10% on top of my $100, then this robot will shut down, put the money that I've earned, the money that I have invested, and the money that I've earned back into my GDAX account, and I can set up a new robot. A lot of people have these all set to infinity so that they never stop. And I think I might come in here and actually change some of these to lower percentages, these newer ones, depending on how they continue to perform, so that I can release those funds back into my account so that I can set up a new bot and maybe adjust the settings. I don't know. I don't really have enough information yet to make those kind of decisions. So these can be edited once they're set up, that you can go in and edit them. But I really don't want to do that. I want to get some data under my belt. I want to give the bots an opportunity to run at least a full month before I make any decisions about making any changes. So I'm going to set this one up for 10%. The auto compound is ticked already. Backup bot, that's something that I'm not going to go into right now. At some point I'll do a video on that and explain that, but right now this is it. This is how easy it is to set this bot up, and I can click on start trading, and the bots, oops, I need to name my bot. So we're going to name the bot, we're going to give it the date, April 11th, with 1.5%. And now we're going to click on start trading, and that's going to set up my bot. There's my new bot right there. Litecoin USD, $100, 7 lots at $14.29. The bot will open a trade, and it won't close that trade until it makes me at least 21 cents, which is going to be the 1.5%. And then this is going to grow to 10% before the bot will disengage and release my funds. So that's how easy that is. It really is very, very easy, very quick, but you don't want to be lured into coming in here and just getting started without watching any of the videos. So the first page that you'll come to is this page here. This is the video that you want to watch first. It's short. It'll show you exactly what I just did to set up my bot, and basically all I did was follow the exact settings that Jeremy shared in this video, and that got me started. So please, if you decide to join Zukul and start trading with this Autobot, please take the time, join the Telegram group, go through the Q&A, go through the video tutorial, and I'm here if you have questions. Okay, so that's it for today. I want to thank you for spending the time here with me and watching this video, and click the link beneath the video. Get started. You can get started for as little as $10. There's no place on earth that I've seen a business with as many resources, as many tools, as many opportunities for $10 for 1 month. And then if you decide that it's not for you, you don't have to pay for it for another month. I mean, I've just never seen anything like it. So highly recommend taking the time, click the link, go in, check it out, and see if it's for you, because it truly is the most hands-off way to grow your money that I've ever seen. So you make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.